Hi all, good morning. Welcome to day one, and today I am going to teach about the mathematics part, which is a small introduction before starting the chapter. Okay, now let's overview the total mathematics chapter. Now here in mathematics we have total 14 chapters which I have segregated into two parts, which is of paper 1 and paper 2. Now you can see here this is a whole belongs to paper 1 and this is the total which is belongs to paper 2. Okay, now so are real numbers, sets, polynomials, pair of linear equations, quadratic equations, progressions, coordinate geometry. These are all the chapters which is belongs to paper 1. And next, coming to paper 2, similar triangles, tangents and secants, mensuration, next trigonometry, applications of trigonometry, probability and statistics. So total we have 14. Out of 14, first 7 chapters are belongs to paper 1 and next 7 are belongs to paper 2. Okay. Now coming to the introduction part, I'll give a small overview chapter by chapter. Okay. Now here I'll go with paper 1. Paper 1. Now, coming to the paper 1, first we have real numbers. Real numbers chapter. Now, so basically if you observe, the chapter name is real numbers. Now here we will deal with numbers. Okay, all kind of numbers, which is whole numbers, natural numbers, integers. Next again the combination of all this is rational, and next apart from that irrational numbers. Okay, now when I am talking about the real numbers, the combination of irrational numbers and rational numbers are real numbers. Real numbers. And in real numbers, okay, we will deal with terminating decimal and non-terminating decimal, which you have already done in your lower classes. Okay, let's take the small example. 1 by 2 is there. 1 by 2. Okay, now I will divide here 1 which is divided by 2. Okay, now which is equal to 0 are 0, 1. 0.0, 2 5s are 10. Now here we are getting remainder as 0. If you are getting remainder as 0, then we call it as terminating decimal. Now similarly, let's take the example of non-terminating decimal, which is 1 by 3 I will take. Similarly, I will divide here. Now which is equal to 1 which is divided by 3. 0s are 0, 1, 0.0, 3 3s are 9. Again we will get point is as 0. Again 3 3s are 9. So it will be repeating. Now which is equal to 0.333 up to so on. This is nothing but non-terminating decimal. So in depth we will learn, and also we have here shortcut and formula we have how to do terminating and non-terminating decimal. So in depth we will, yeah. So now as I told numbers and terminating and non-terminating decimals we have discussed. Along with that, in chapter 1 we have Euclid division. Okay, we have Euclid division, which we will go in depth when we are discussing about the chapter. And also another new concept, you have logarithms. These two are pretty new for you, and we will go through when we are discussing about the chapter. Okay. Now in the examination perspective from real numbers, very important concept is irrational numbers. Now I will show you what is important there. Now, in examination perspective, 4 marks question. Okay. Now which is you will get it as irrational number. Show that root 2 is irrational. Show that root 5 is irrational. So 3 plus root 2 is irrational. Next 5 plus 3 root 2 is irrational. So these are all very important questions in chapter 1. Along with that, Euclid division. Euclid division. We have 2 questions in this. So that about square and cube, we have 2 concepts which we will take this week. Okay, this is all about paper 1. Again I am telling very important chapter in paper 1. Okay, important questions, irrational numbers, along with that Euclid division, and 2 marks questions also we have few like LCM, HCF and composite numbers. Okay, next also HCF by Euclid division method. Okay, and logarithms we have few basics. introduction part, few basics are there. So these are all will come under rational numbers. Okay. And we have discussed about the real numbers. Now the second chapter here is sets. Sets. Okay. Second chapter is sets, and here in this chapter it's very pretty new for you. And here we will discuss basically on union, intersection, and the common difference. Along with that, we have other few wordings which is finite set, infinite set, and everything. We'll go in depth when we are discussing about the sets. To give an overview about the sets, let's take the sets are denoted by flower brackets. That is one thing. Sets are denoted by flower brackets. Let's take the small example, which is equal to A, which is 1, 2, 3, and B is equal to 3, 4. Okay, these are the two sets which I took. Capital A equal to 1, 2, 3 and capital B equal to 3, 4. Now, when I am talking about the union, it's a combination of A and B. Okay, it's a combination of A and B. When I am talking about the intersection, it's a common. It's about the common term. Whatever it is there in A and B, that is a common term. Now, this is all about the difference. Okay, now let's take here. First, I am finding the union. A union B is there. Now, which is equal to A is there. Write the A set. Union is the union. Next, B set. Write the B set. Now, as I told, union is nothing but the combination of the terms. Now, if I combine both the terms, I'll get 1, 2, 3. Again, 3 will be there, but only repeated once. Now, next 4. That is about A union B. Now, next coming to the intersection. Now, here, instead of union, now let's take intersection is there. Again, we have the same thing, intersection. The thing is, here intersection, as I told, it's a common. Now, if you observe both the sets, we have 3 as a common in both. Now, 3 union. Okay. Next one is difference. Difference is nothing but subtraction. Subtraction term, which is minus. Cancel the like terms. Now, which you will get it as whatever elements are left in first set, you can write 1, 2. Okay, this is a small. Just no need to worry. We have few exercises and we have more questions on union, intersection, and minus. Okay, along with this, we have Venn diagrams. We have Venn diagrams, and we have other few terms which we will go in depth while discussing the set chapter. And coming to the examinations perspective, 4 marks question, we might expect one question which is related to prime numbers question, compulsory prime numbers question, and we will give the set of prime numbers and we will ask you to find out union, intersection, and minus. And next, coming to the 2 marks questions, you will be having disjoint sets, subsets, and union, intersection, minus, like that you will get. Okay, all this come under the sets part. Okay, again I am telling, just it's an overview which we will go in depth while discussing about the chapter. Okay. Alright, we have done with sets, and next the third chapter here is polynomials. Now, so basically the polynomials, here we will discuss about the graphs. Okay, we will discuss about the graphs and we will discuss about the divisions. Okay, majority of belongs to graphs and divisions. Along with that, like a small concept which you have already done, like if x is equal to 0, find the value of this one, x square plus 2. So basically in your lower classes you might have done substituted x here, p of 0 now, which is equal to 0 square plus 2, which is equal to 0 plus 2, which is equal to 2. Okay, this is a small introduction part which you have already done. Along with that, graphs and division concept will be there. Now, when I am talking about the division, we will deal with algebra. We will deal with algebra. Like example value, x square plus 2x plus 5, which is divided by x plus 2. How we will divide this and everything, we will go through when we are doing polynomials. Again, it's the graph, compulsory question for 4 marks. Okay, and whatever small questions like substituting the values, we have 2 marks questions on this. Like check questions will be there. Okay, finding the values. Next, some few questions will be there which is belongs to polynomials. Okay. Now coming to the another chapter like pair of linear equations is there. Now let's go through the another chapter. Pair of linear equations. Now, in pair of linear equations, clearly the pair is nothing but 2. Okay, linear is nothing but straight line. Equations, two straight line equations. Now, when I am talking about two straight lines, okay, the two straight lines might be parallel. The two straight lines might be intersecting. The two straight line might be coincident. Coincident is nothing but which one line lying on other line there. Okay, these three are the we can form by using two straight lines there. And again here also you will be having graph. Okay, and graphs. And concept will be totally based on this one. Two straight line equations. Okay, and graphs. And in this chapter, in this perspective, graphs is also important. Okay, and 2 marks we have few questions which is related to parallel, intersecting, and coincident. Okay, next coming to the next chapter is quadratic equations. So just quadratic equations. Now here we will deal with factorization. Factorization, which you are very familiar in your lower classes. Okay, like we have few students where factorization like tables part is not good or something. We have different method of factorization. Means like factorization is one of the method, and we have different formula method and everything is there. So by formula method also you can find the factors. Okay, now coming to the chapter perspective, totally it's related to word problems. Okay, all word problems, whatever word problems are there, you will convert into an equation, and that equation you will solve by using factorization or formula method, like that. By using the method you will solve the factors. Okay, now next one we have progressions. Progressions. Okay, progression. Now in progressions we deal with sequence and series. We deal with sequences and series. Now let's take the small example. Series I'll take 2, 4, 6, 8 up to so on. If you observe, these are all even numbers. Now let's find the difference between these two. 4 minus 2, which you will get 2. Okay, again 6 minus this, you will get it as 2. Now similarly 8 minus this, you will get it as 2. So basically I am doing second term minus first term. Here we use the terminology terms. First term, second term, third term, like that. Now when there is a difference is same, these are belongs to AP. Okay, AP is nothing but arithmetic progression. Now similarly we have geometric progression also. So basically the total chapter is based on arithmetic progressions and geometric progression. Okay, we will go in depth when we are dealing with this chapter. Okay, just to give an just I am telling this difference. Okay, now next coming to the last chapter, which is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. Now when I am talking about coordinate, we are having x and y, axis and ordinate. Okay, and when I am talking about the geometry, we have rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram, like this is there. Okay, now basically in this chapter we will deal with coordinates. Okay, and we will implement on few diagrams. Okay, and also let's take the example 1, 2, 3, 2, 7, minus 1, and 5, 2. Okay, just it's an example. Now we need to check whether this 4 vertices forms rhombus or rectangle or square or parallelogram. So we have again here distance formula is there. Again by graphical method also you will find. So based on the method you can find here. And also like in lower classes you might have done like 3 vertices are there. Okay, 3 vertices. Now we need to check whether it forms triangle or not. How we will check and everything, we will deal in depth in coordinate geometry. And moreover, to additional knowledge for you, to check whether this forms triangle or not, we will use always distance formula. Okay. Now, this is about the coordinate geometry part. And also we use the concept of collinear concept here. Collinear is nothing but the points which lie on the same straight line is called as a collinear. And this collinear concept you are having in your lower classes, 9th class collinear concept. Okay, which is very important in terms of examination perspective, which is a 4 marks question. And along with that, we have shown that, as I told, rectangle, okay, rhombus, square, all these questions. Show that questions. Okay, these are all belongs to 4 marks question. Now similarly 2 marks questions also we have about a triangle, okay, about centroid, like distance, all these questions. Okay, yeah. So as till now we have discussed about the paper 1, okay, and if you are very weak and very dull, you are scared of maths or something, always keep it in mind. We have here shortcut to pass. Instead of practicing all 7 chapters, always concentrate on first 3 chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. These 3. Chapter 1 is real numbers, sets and polynomials. These 3 are very important, okay, and very easy chapters. If you are focusing on this, definitely you will pass paper 1. Okay, paper 1. Definitely you will pass paper 1. So, whenever the class is going on or something, always concentrate on first 3 chapters. Okay, from most of the questions in the final examinations are belongs to paper 1. In paper 1 is real numbers, sets and polynomials. Because as I told, real numbers you will get irrational numbers and Euclid division 4 marks question. Now similarly graph you will get for 4 marks question, which is 4 plus 4 8. Now similarly sets, if they are giving, they will give again for 4 marks question. Let's take the example 4 3s are 12 plus again 2 marks question, real numbers. As I told, LCM, HCF 1 2 marks question like that. Now similarly logarithms 2 marks question, 2 plus 2 which is equal to 4, and next one is sets 2 marks question. At least we'll expect 1 question like that. Next polynomials, finding the value and everything. I'll take again a 2 marks question. Now which is equal to 4, 8, 10. Now which is equal to 20 marks. So 50% of the marks always will score from first 3 chapters. Okay. Now that's about your paper 1. So till now we have discussed about the paper 1, and now let's discuss about the paper 2. And in paper 2, as you can see here, we have again a 7 chapters which is of similar triangles, tangents and secants, mensuration, trigonometry, applications of trigonometry, probability and statistics. Okay. Now I'll give an overview on each and every chapter, and also small kind of concepts which you have already learned in 7th, 8th classes or 9th classes. Okay. Now I'll start with similar triangles. Now coming to the similar triangles, clearly the word talks about the similarity. Okay, similarity of triangles. Now which you have already know about the properties of similar triangles, which is RHS property or SAS property, angle property. Those kind of properties we will deal in similar triangles. Along with that, we have few things which is basic proportionality theorem and also Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem you know. Okay, and next thing is construction, similarity of constructions. Okay, these 3 are very important in terms of examinations perspective, and again these are also theorems there. Okay, theorems. And next, let's take the example here, why it is used, what is the application and everything. Now here, this is one of the ball. Now we have another ball. Now which is, if you observe these 2 balls, they are similar but not in size. Okay, that is one of the example of similar triangles. Okay, now let's take another example of car. Okay, let's take BMW car or something. If any car model, before releasing into the market, first what they will do is they will release in the market in terms of 2D and 3D animation. Okay, once video is released into the market, depends on number of likes and number of feedbacks, then exact model they will release into the market. Okay, now what is the difference between this and this is, both are similar. Okay, whatever they have done in the system and whatever they have done released into the market, but both are similar but not in size. Okay, that is one of the small example of similarity of triangles there. Now let's go over this one, tangents and secants. Okay, tangents and secants. Now coming to tangents and secants part. Tangents and secants part. Okay, let's take the small example which is of square and triangle and triangle. Now what I will do is I'll shade it. I'll shade it. Now here after shading, now I will ask you to find out the shaded region. Now so basically how you will find the shaded region? From square we need to minus triangle. Then you will get the shaded region. Like this we have total exercise all about the shaded region. Okay, shaded region. Along with that we have constructions here. Constructing the tangent to a circle and everything. Okay, we have few more concepts, but in terms of concept perspective, this is a concept which you have already learnt in lower classes. We have additional knowledge related to it. Okay, additional concept related to it. Okay, now next thing is mensuration. Mensuration. So in short, to explain about the mensuration, one thing which you need to know is you need to understand the concept very carefully about how to find the volume of cylinder. Okay, CSA of cone and everything. And basically for a dullers or average students, always I would request to learn the formulas. Basically overall, means like in short to tell, if you know formulas then you can do the question set. Even if you understand the concept and everything is fine, but if in short if you know the formulas you can do. Let's take the small example where it is used and everything. Now we have medicine capsule. This is application, one of the application of related to mensuration. Okay, mensuration. We have medicine capsule. Now to find the area of this total, okay, now to convert this, we have one hemisphere here. Again here also we have one hemisphere. Now here we have cylinder. So basically to find the total area, okay, total area. So we need to find the area of hemisphere, area of cylinder and area of again hemisphere there. So basically if you club all this, then you will get the total curved surface area of this medicine capsule. Okay. Now similarly let's take the another example of cone, ice cream cone. Yeah. So now if you observe, this is a cone and this is hemisphere. Okay, to find the total area is equal to, now which is equal to, we need to add these two, that is nothing but CSA of cone plus CSA of hemisphere. Okay, now so basically in depth, if someone is asking find the area of ice cream cone or something, in depth you can tell that we need to add the area of cone and hemisphere. But to find the exact value and everything, you need to know the formula of cone and hemisphere there. Okay, so concept wise and explanation point, how to find CSA and TSA and volume, what is the difference between total surface area and curved surface area and volume, we'll discuss in depth when we are discussing about the mensuration chapter. Okay, next, coming to the next one is trigonometry. It's very important chapter. It's very important chapter. Why I am telling is, even if you are ignoring now in 10th, okay, even the concept wise is very simple. Okay, even if you are ignoring 10th, but in intermediate, in inter first year and second year, total we have one textbook which is belongs to trigonometry there. Okay, now here we will deal with Pythagoras theorem part. Pythagoras theorem. So this basically we deal with right angle triangle. Okay, basically we will deal with right angle triangle, which you already know. This is hypotenuse, this is adjacent, and this is opposite. And we have few terminologies, few wordings which we deal with in trigonometry. One is like, you know, which is sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, like that. Okay. Now what is the sine theta, cos theta and tan theta? Even it looks very terms for you new. In depth we will go in while dealing with trigonometry chapter. Okay. Now next, coming to applications of trigonometry. Now coming to the next chapter, applications of trigonometry. Just I'll give one example. applications of trigonometry. Now there is a tree. There is a tree. Okay. This is a land here. Now let's suppose you are standing here, or let's suppose there is a ball here. Let's suppose there is a ball. Now here, to find the distance from here to top of the tree, okay, from here to top of the tree to here. Now if you observe whatever diagram I am giving, it is in terms of right angle triangle. So basically here we will deal with angle of elevation and angle of depression, okay, angle of elevation and angle of depression, and also we will deal with angles. Okay, now basically to find the height here, to find the distance from the ball to the tree, okay, at least you should know angle and you should know one distance. Okay, now here angle and distance, at least you should have this angle and you need to have height of the tree. Okay, so that you can find the other distance. So basically you can find this distance if you know these two, you can find this distance if you know these two, you can find this distance if you know these two. Or to find this distance you should have angle and some other side there. Okay, this is one of the applications. So basically, like we find here the heights of mountains and the distance from your eye to the what is it? Which is distance from your eye to building. So basically, when you are standing on the ground, sometimes you will observe the aeroplane there. Okay, now there also you can find the distances from your point of contact eye to aeroplane by using this trigonometry concept. Okay, very important concept. Okay, now present in now today's generation, this angle of elevation part, angle of depression part, it's very important in the construction of buildings and everything. Okay, now this is overall about the applications of trigonometry. Next one is probability. So probability. Now coming to the probability. Okay, let's take the small example. Okay, now example here is we have three dice. Okay, we have three dice. One is of red color, one is of blue color. Okay, again one is of blue color. One is of blue color. In short, so basically with probability we will be doing trial and error method. The probability of getting the red dice. Okay, the probability of getting the red dice. Now total, if you observe, total we have 3 dice. Total we have 3 dice. Out of 3, 1 is red and 2 are blue. Now the probability of getting a red die is, okay, the probability of getting a red die is, red we have 1, out of how many are there? 3. Okay, now similarly, probability of getting the blue die. Probability, how many blue dice are there here? 2, out of which how many are there? 3. Now which is equal to 2 by 3. So like that we have number of examples and applications. Very interesting chapter and very easy chapter. We have only one formula in this, which is number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Okay, with that formula we can do entire chapter. It's totally about you need to use your analytical and logical thinking skills to do this chapter. Okay, now coming to the last chapter, statistics. Statistics. Now, statistics all talks about mean, median and mode. Mean, median and mode. So basically knowing formulas and doing implementing on the problems, it's not enough. The thing is we need to understand why we are doing statistics. In the current generation, statistics plays very vital role. Like let's take the example of COVID-19. Okay, now even World Health Organization (WHO) also analyzes the future trend based on the statistics concept there. Okay, now let's take the small example. Like initially COVID-19 started in the month of December. Okay, and again Jan, again Feb, now it's April, now it's still May. So basically they are analyzing month by month. Let's take the small example. In December, and 2 COVID-19 cases are there in so and so area. Okay, next again in Jan we have 3. Okay, now we have few months there. Feb, March, April, May, and next one is June, July, like that. Okay, now if you analyze the trend, let's say in Feb we have 10 cases, and again in March we have again 12, again we have 5, okay, again we have 6. Now to analyze the July trend, okay, to analyze the future, now since we are in May there, to analyze the future trend, that is July and August cases, we use the statistics concept. Okay, as of in 10th class we are having only about mean, median and mode, but to analyze this concept we have another methods in statistics. Okay, this is one of the example of COVID-19 where we can analyze the future trend, how many death rate, we can talk about the death rate, and we can talk about the number of cases and everything there. Okay, next coming to another example, let's take the example of cricket. In cricket also, when if one over is done, like let's suppose 6 balls is there. Now we can analyze like within 5 overs. Okay, we have two teams A and B. We have two teams A and B. Now A team within 10 overs. Okay, within 10 overs they have hit around 80 runs. 80 runs. Now similarly, if you observe in the sports channel, okay, now 50 overs. Within 50 overs, with this 8 runs, they will analyze the 50 overs runs also. So that means in 10 overs, 80 means in 50 overs it will be 330 runs. This we call it as projector score. Okay, projector score, which that is also totally based on the statistics. And in cricket, most of the graphs you can see, like number of wickets and about the batsman, about out, and and also you can see the trend. Let's take the example of Dhoni or Virat Kohli, where they will analyze their career path. Okay, in like it's now 2020, we can analyze in 2019 Virat Kohli have done this many runs, and 2018 Virat Kohli have done this many runs. So basically we can know the trend there. So basically the graph looks like this. Any graph, if it is like 18, 19, 20, 20, 20, 21 like that. So if this year if it is about number of runs, this is the year. If the runs position is here now. So basically in 2019 it is like, so here in 2020 the trend will also move up. So basically here we will analyze the future trends. And another example in statistics is about the weather forecasting. Okay, like basically on Monday you will get the weather report of Friday, next 15 days weather report you will get. How you will get that? Everything is all about the statistics concept. Okay, this is all about your paper 2. Thank you so much, and we will continue with the chapter real numbers in the next session. Thank you all. Have a great day.